Welcome to the Tax Playbook. I'm Trenda Hackett, CPA. I'm your web CPA with the Web CPA Virtual Tax Clinic. And at any time, if you have any questions or you need additional information concerning anything that I share on these videos each week, please visit us at www.virtualtaxclinic.com. And as always, remember to like this video, share this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to this channel so you can be in the know of late-breaking information that may help you and help you with your taxes. And remember, my main purpose here each week on the Tax Playbook is to give you tips and strategies to win in your taxes. So before we get into our topic on today, I want to share some late breaking news that just came out today, Wednesday, May 5th. And here it is. You may have heard that the PPP loan program has run out of funds. Now that all is not lost. I wanted to share with you. It has run out of funds for certain types of lenders. So all is not lost. What I'm going to share in this video today is still applicable. I want you to still apply, but you have one thing you need to check to make sure that the approved PPP lender that you are applying with, they must be a community financial institution. Here again, you may have heard that the funds have run out, but all is not lost. You must apply with a specific type of lender. Again, they must be an approved PPP lender, and they must be a community financial institution. The best way to find that out is if you go to a lender, and it doesn't matter, your previous lender for your first draw loan may not have been a community financial institution, but just find out if that bank or that financial institution is a community financial institution. And we're going to get into our topic on today. So on today, I want to talk to you about positioning yourself to get your second draw PPP loan. That's right. Some of you have the opportunity to receive a second draw PPP loan. Here in a minute, I'm going to tell you about what that criteria is. Remember, what I am talking about is if you file the IRS Form 1040 and you attach the Schedule C. You must file a Schedule C to receive the PPP loan that I'm talking about on this video. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot get the loan if you don't file a Schedule C, but what this video is covering, particularly for those businesses, those small businesses that have no employees, they're single owner, and they filed the Schedule C. So let's get into our topic on today. So we're going to talk about the PPP second draw loan. What is it? It's an opportunity for you to attain another PPP loan. Who is eligible? If you have received your first draw loan, you are eligible. If it has been 8 weeks or 56 days since you have received that first draw loan, you are eligible. If before your second draw, you will have already used 100% of your first draw loan, you are eligible. And the other criteria here, you must be able to check a box or demonstrate that you had a 25% revenue reduction in your gross receipts when you look at one quarter in 2019 and that same quarter, the numbers for that same quarter in 2020. I've talked in other videos about how to calculate your revenue reduction, but I'm going to walk through a little bit of filling out this second draw application. You'll see that it's not much to it, so we'll get to that in a minute. How much is it? The amount of the loan could possibly be the same as your first draw or more, up to the max of $20,833. However, if your business is in the food or accommodation industry and your NAICS code, if you look at box 3 on your Schedule C, you'll see that box with that code in it. If that code starts with the number 72, then your business could qualify for up to $29,167, and that is because you get to use a higher factor when calculating your maximum PPP loan amount. When can you get it? Let's talk about the deadline. The deadline to apply is still May 31st, 2021. And here again, you may have heard that the funds have run out. And that's the deadline is either to May 31st, 2021 or to the funds run out. You may have heard that the funds have ran out, but all is not lost. That's for a particular type of lender. Make sure you check to see if your lender is a community financial institution, and they should still accept either your first draw application or your second draw application. How do you get it? Just like I said, you have to make application with an approved PPP lender that is a community financial institution. So if you pay attention to the screen, I'm going to walk you through the application. I'm going to show you the differences between the first draw application and the second draw application. So if you'll pay attention to the screen, and if you will look on the screen to the left, and you look on the screen, you're going to see two applications. One application is for the first draw loan, and the other application is for the second draw loan. So let's take a look at this application, and you're going to see that there's not much difference in the two, and you'll be able to pull a lot of information from your first draw application to complete your second draw application. So looking at the first draw application here on the left, if you see the red highlighted box, the difference between that one and the second draw loan application on your right is that the factor that you apply to calculate your average payroll cost for your second draw. I'm talking about getting your second draw today. You can either use 2.5 or 3.5. You can use 3.5 if you are in the food or accommodation industry. Now let's note another difference. Otherwise, if you don't see any red highlighted on this screen, that means the other areas are the same, and you can just use that information from your first draw application. So drawing your attention to the second draw application, you'll see the other two highlighted red boxes. Now one box you see the PPP first draw SBA loan number. That's a difference in the first draw loan application. You must, to get your second draw, you must enter the loan application, the loan number from your first draw PPP loan. And then the next box is, as I mentioned before, you have to be able to demonstrate a 25% revenue reduction. They're going to ask you for what is your gross receipts for a quarter. It can be any quarter in 2019, but it has to be for that same quarter in 2020. The two numbers that you put here, when you subtract them and do the math, it must show a 25% or more revenue reduction. And so pretty much for the most part, the applications are the same. And as always, the strategy that I like to give to you all is to first complete that application, and then you can go and apply online electronically. You cannot submit a paper application to the bank, but you do have to make application online electronically. If you pay attention to the screen again, here are the 5 steps that you need to take to make application to get your second draw PPP loan. Remember, I said you must have received your first draw loan already. So let's look at the screen here. So if you look at the screen, how to apply for the PPP second draw loan. Step 1, visit the SBA website and locate the second draw loan application. I have provided a link directly to that paper application in the description of this video. Step 2, complete the paper application. Step 3, use the same documentation that you use on your first PPP loan. I want to make a special note. You can use either your 2019 or your 2020 Schedule C. You do not have to use the same Schedule C as you use with your first draw loan. Use the one that will put you in the position to receive the maximum or more or a larger amount. Step 4, locate an approved SBA lender who is a community financial institution. And remember, you do not have to use the same lender that you use for your first draw PPP loan, because this is two total separate loan applications. So if you find an SBA approved PPP lender that is a community financial institution, you can make application there. And step 5, apply online with an approved PPP lender using the information from the completed paper application that I've just talked about, that I just showed you on the previous screen, and the requested documentation, which I've told you that can be the same as what you submitted with the First Draw loan. And remember, the deadline is still May 31st, 2021, or until the funds run out. And I want to reiterate that while you may have heard that the funds have ran out, but it's not for lenders who are community financial institution. Get with your lender, whomever you're making application. Find out if they meet that criteria. You will know by whether or not they accept your application. If the lender tells you they're no longer accepting application, they're probably not a community financial institution. But keep looking until you find a lender that is a community financial institution. And remember, go back and look at our previous video where we gave you step-by-step on the First Draw loan. You can find an approved PPP lender by going to the SBA website and looking for an approved SBA PPP lender. So I don't want to overload you with a lot of information. Just wanted to jump on here and encourage you to apply as soon as you can, as quickly as you can. Don't wait until the last minute. And even though I talked about the Second Draw loan today, if you have not gotten your First Draw, you still have time to apply for the First Draw loan. Go back and look at our video on the PPP loan application. Do it yourself. But most of all, I want you to continue to go out and be amazing and have a lovely, lovely day. And remember to share this video, like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to this channel.